blue collar startups, all these sweaty startup people are always going off about how these businesses are the best businesses to start. In reality, like what they never do is show you actually how to grow them. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So the three I'm going to use as an example, going to be window cleaning, it's going to be power washing, and it's going to be lawn mowing. And the reason for this is because you want to do something that neighbors can physically see looks different on the structure next to them, because you can use that like a leverage point to go sell the whole neighborhood on that thing. So again, each of these things are approachable. You can go get started with these businesses for like $150 at your Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, your Ace Hardware is right next to you. And then to actually get customers is you basically optimize a Google My Business profile listing. You're going to need an address of some type. And then what you're going to then go do is you build citations for that business. So business citations, what these are basically websites that are like business directory websites. If you go to Fiverr.com, just Google, just search in Fiverr, like business citations, you're going to find a guy, you're going to pay him $30 and he's going to make 300 citations for you. And this is actually how you can rank within the snack pack. At the top of most of these pages is going to be 3 Google Maps listings. So how do you rank within that Google Maps listing? So you come up as one of those 3. This is the way to do that. So what really matters is that the keyword phrases that you want to come up for being in the listing. You can just have AI write this. Go find like all the keywords related to whatever the service that you're providing. So like window cleaning Denver, window clean, whatever the service area is, all the different variations, and you basically have it write a description of that business, including all those keywords, and add that to the Google My Business profile listing. So that's how you can get inbound leads from the Google Maps side. And then all of those keywords, you also want to include them in service offering. There's a section within the Google My Business listing where you can like just list out the services that you offer. Those same keywords, include those there. And that's going to help on the ranking side. And then images is the other component of it that we found to be really important. Reviews are way lower than people think. It's honestly shocking how you optimize these profiles. You want to find the keywords that you're trying to show up for, that when you Google them right now from wherever you are, that map pack shows up on that front page, right? It shows that map pack. What I would suggest is whatever you name this business, name it with that exact keyword in it. So again, saying you're doing window cleaning, like try to get it as close to like Denver Window Cleaning Company as possible, right? Have you ever seen that meme and it's like Thai near me? It's like this restaurant named Thai near me. The reason they're doing that is Thai near me is a huge trafficked keyword. And so they're trying to show up for that when somebody searches it in, whatever city that it's in. So you're basically using that same strategy here. And then so that's how you optimize the listing, and to use SEO terms, that's on-page optimization. And then the off-page is in taking that exact data that you use to fill out that listing, the phone number, the address, the business title, et cetera. And you go and you build all these citations out, those listing citations. That's kind of layer 1 of this. The next layer down from that is then you have to go and get those citations to actually be seen by Google. So what you can use is you can use an indexing bot. The one I'm liking right now is I think it's called like Speedy Indexer. It's literally a Telegram bot. That's the only way you can get access to it. But you give the list of citations that person that you just bought this off Fiverr that they built, and you send it to this bot. Basically what it does is it drips traffic into these pages. And the reason we have to do this is because these citation websites are massive, right? We're talking about like hundreds of millions of pages sometimes. And so Google doesn't allot enough crawl budget to actually go and see the entire website. And so what we do is we're basically like sending pings to this specific URL, and this company handles this for you. And it's super cheap. I'm talking like a couple cents per listing that you're doing. This whole thing I'm talking about, you can do for under probably $300. You can get started with this entire company. So once you've done that, Google's going to see them. The indexing bot will show you which ones have been indexed. And then it'll do about 50%. It's just hit or miss. That's how it is. It doesn't work always, right? With all these things. So say it gets 100 on the first go. Whatever that 200 is that left, you just run it again. You run it indefinitely until all of these start to hit. So that's another component of this. If you do that, you're miles ahead of the people that you're competing against in the space. And then the thing that you can go further with if you want to is you then take the Google Maps listing and you can embed that listing. And so this is something that Google prioritizes as being basically a signal that this is like a good resource, right? Think about when somebody embeds a YouTube video, when they embed a map, etc. It's a signal off the page that this is again, another real company. So you can use the service. It's called Kevin PBNs. If you just Google it, this website called Black Hat World is going to come up. Do not take any other advice off of Black Hat World. And if this is like the sophisticated level of this, that's a layer down. And again, this is like, I would only go here if it's entirely necessary and you're trying to compete in like a very competitive market. What you can do is you basically can embed the Google Maps listing on this PBN network. So what a PBN network is it's called a private blog network. And a private blog network, imagine it's like thousands of blogs that this company owns that all internally link back to each other and are all basically like kind of juicing themselves up. So this used to be a way that you could like rank, things previously. This was years ago. Now how people use them is they use them as like a tier 2 or a tier 3 link. So what this means is you build your backlink and then you build links from other sites to the backlink that you built so that it gets seen. This is another way to get those sites indexed if you're trying to not do the speedy index bot. But again, that works so effectively. So then you embed that Google Maps listing and then include the business information there as well. You can again get these for like 50 cents to get these published and basically these PBN articles made that includes this embedded in the WordPress site. But yeah, man, that whole playbook is like you just gamed Google Maps and you now have organic inbound leads. And the results from this type of work, like we've seen it in like a week and a half, go from like it's not in that snack pack to it's in that snack pack when you do this type of work. I mean, I couldn't get that to happen in SEO if I tried, right? The time horizons on traditional SEO to rank on the front page is like at least 3 months plus, like even if the site like has some authority and that company has existed in that community for a long time. But this is a way to really quickly go and do that. So
once you do that and you've done it, like you can point to success, you can do it for other companies too, right?
That's exactly where I'm leading with all this. So the game here is you go and you make this service business, this sweaty startup or whatever the hell you want to call it. You learn these skill sets on how to market this type of business. You turn that into an agency. And then you go and you cold email every, window cleaning company in the US and you're like, hey, window cleaning company, I know how to grow and get leads. I'm going to do marketing for you. Here's some set flat fee. Here's all the things that we're going to do. You can even do it on a performance basis. There's all these different models to do that. There's 2 other things I want to talk about, just things that we've seen work and I think could be really effective for these businesses. So the other one is direct mail. So you can use this company called lob.com. And what lob.com will do is like you build a flyer. It's going to be an 11 by 8 flyer. You can do it in Canva. You can upload that into Lob, and then you can upload a list of addresses that you are trying to send this direct mail out to. If you just search like addresses and XYZ zip code, find the richest zip codes in your area, and that's where you want to send these to and offer that service to, right? And then the other thing that you can also do is, straight up just like putting flyers on doors is going to be like another piece of this.